let's be honest, there is no worse feeling right than when you feel like you are doing absolutely everything to drop body fat, but just nothing is changing. You're not seeing the results, you're not seeing the changes, you're putting in the effort, but you're just not getting the return out of it, right? I've been in this position before and I understand how frustrating that it is to be stuck in this place. However, there's probably a couple of reasons that you are stuck when it comes down to trying to drop body fat as well, and when it comes down to trying to lose weight. And this is exactly what I'm going to be showing you today, is how you can fix it and how you can start to recognize if there is something that you are currently doing that's holding you back from actually progressing on your weight loss journey. So with that being said, let's waste no time and let's get ourselves going into the real reason why you are stuck trying to lose weight. And I'm going to be talking you through exactly how to fix this as well. So first things first, how am I so confident that I can help you within this? Well, as you can see, I've helped transform over 300 lives over the last 6 years and help people who spent years and years and years finding themselves in the exact same place as you've been in, trying absolutely everything to drop body fat, but always wondering why nothing was changing, right? Always confused by it. They've been spending 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, even more, trying to lose weight and trying to see a difference. But then, for example, they will always find themselves questioning themselves. As you can see here, Joel on the left-hand side, 6 stone gone. Bernard, 20 kilo down. As you can see, Gemma in the middle completely changed their life around, 42 kilo down. Rachel spent nearly 33 years, right? 33 years trying to drop body fat and drop 10 stone in just under 2 years. Scott, as you can see here as well, right, dropped 15 kilo body fat. Harry, right here as well. We could keep it going and just keep it going as well. But this is why I'm so confident that you watching this video and watching this right the way through to the end, you will be able to recognize what it is that's stopping you from actually dropping body fat, and you'll be able to go away and fix this as well. So let's get into a couple of the reasons why as well. So does this sound familiar? First of all, does this sound familiar, this cycle that you're stuck in as well? Because if you've been on this road before, right, the chances one of these are going to hit close to home, right? One of these reasons. Number one, you lose it, then regain it back again, right? That yo-yo cycle that you've been stuck in for such a long period of time. You know you've lost the weight in the past, but every single time that you've done it, you've regained it back. You feel like you're doing absolutely everything right. So you've been going through social media, trying to take in information. You feel like you're in a calorie deficit. You feel like you're doing everything right. You've cut your calories down. You're following the plan. You're staying motivated, but still not seeing no results. And it makes no sense, right? Nothing for you seems to stick. This is another one that I speak to so many people. Just nothing seems to stick. And this is a big reason that so many people don't ask for help, because they worry in the sense of, what if this doesn't stick? But if I was to go back and show you these guys, they all thought the same thing. What if this doesn't stick? But what they were doing beforehand didn't work with their life. It worked against their life. That is why it didn't stick as well. So flicking back over, a lot of people feel like they are broken, right? I used to think that I was broken when it comes down to dropping body fat, but you just haven't had the system that fits your life. That is exactly what it is. I spent years thinking that my body was broken, but realistically, it was just because I never had the system that fit my life as well, right? And I felt like I was doing all of these things, and I always felt like I was in this consistent loop. Number one, for one of the biggest reasons that I see so many people stuck when it comes down to trying to drop body fat is because they're stuck in the all or nothing mindset. This is something that I personally struggle with for years, right? This is a single thinking pattern, right? It needs to be all in or nothing. And this is probably, when I look at the bigger picture, the responsibility for so many people's failed weight loss journeys is the all or nothing mindset, right? The trap that you fall into when you can't give it your all, you may as well throw the towel in. You may as well give it nothing, right? Causing you to lose weight 1 week, gain it back, and then from there, you end up consistently in that cycle, right? One missed gym session turns into a missed week. One bad meal turns into a bad month, right? That is how you view it. One bad meal, one good meal, etc. One off-plan meal turns into the rest of the month, turn into off-plan meals and continuous, let's say, binge cycles, etc. Right? Because the week hasn't went perfect, or something in your week is thrown a spanner in the works. But the truth to this that I want you to be able to reflect upon off the back of this, if you feel like that all or nothing resonates with yourself, progress doesn't require perfection, right? An imperfect week is probably going to happen more than often. I said something to a client the other day, and she said to me, that just give me goosebumps. What you've just said gives me goosebumps. And what I said to her was, not every single week will you be able to give 100% of your best. There's going to be some weeks where you can only give 60% of what you know you can give, right? You will know in your heart of hearts of what your 100% best effort is. But for some weeks you may only be able to give 60% of that, 70% of that. But Joe, if you really sit there and think about it, isn't that actually 100% of your best? Isn't that 100% of what you can actually give? If you can only give 60% of your 100%, well, that's the most that you can give within that week, right? So instead of trying to focus on perfection and thinking progress requires perfection, it doesn't. As I say here, the person who shows up 60% every single time and gives a consistently good mentality beats short-term perfect, right? Consistency, being consistent for a good period of time, right, and consistently good is going to be being perfect for 3 to 4 weeks as well, okay? So this is the first reason that I see so many people struggling to drop body fat, is they're always stuck in this all or nothing approach. If something isn't perfect, they may as well not try. That simply isn't the case. That is exactly how I transform my life and my clients transform theirs, by being consistently good over a longer period and actually having that support to move forward with that. Number 2 is the biggest cycle for so many people, and I'm actually going to be breaking this down for yourself as well. So I want you to really sit through this, and any questions that you've got, please feel free to fire them over to me on social media, Instagram, and I'll go over this with yourself as well, right? I'm going to break down why one chocolate bar, one meal out, etc. will not ruin your results, and why you shouldn't be starting again on Monday, right? So reason 2, I will start again on Monday. One social meal, right, or maybe the food that you class as bad, tends to send you into a spiral, right? It sends you into that spiral of, I've let myself down, I've messed up, of you start to feel that wave of guilt, right? And that's what causes the damage, right? Not the food itself. The food that you consume does not cause that damage at all, right? As I put a breakdown in here, right? One chocolate bar is roughly around 200 calories on average. It takes for you to overconsume by 3,500 calories over your maintenance calories to gain 1 pound of body fat. Right, so let's say your maintenance calories is 2,000. That would mean you have to consume 5,500 in one day to gain a pound, right? So as you can see, a 200 calorie chocolate bar, let's say you've included into your calories for the day, you're then thrown in the towel because you've had that food that's actually fitted within your calories. Even if it never fitted within your calories and you went over by 200, you are going to do more damage by allowing that to continue and the calories to add up than you are catching yourself after you've had that and thought, okay, cool, let's just continue from where it was, right? Because this is what normally leads into the giving up and the binge eating cycles, right? And that's where the real problem lies. So hopefully by breaking this down for yourself as well, you've got to eat 3,000 calories over your maintenance to gain a pound, 7,000 to gain 2 pounds. So a 200 calorie chocolate bar, right, hasn't ruined anything. It's the actions and choices that follow that are going to ruin it, right? And that spiral and that slip is the problem itself, right? Not the actual restarting or anything like that. That's where we want to try and break. We want to try and break that start again Monday cycle. And if I was to go back to the very beginning, to the guys that you're seeing at the very start, this is the cycle every single one of those was stuck in. Always starting again, always restarting. Monday to Friday, they were always perfect. But then when it come down to the weekend, they felt they couldn't be perfect. One social occasion led into a binge eating cycle, and they'd be in this constant gain, lose cycle as well, right? They were tired of that. They were fed up with that. And that is exactly where actually having support to bounce back each week massively helps you be able to progress on your journey as well. Number 3, repeating what's never worked before in the past. There's reasons these approaches feel familiar, right? You've tried them before, you've done them, your Slimmer World, your Weight Watchers, etc., fad diets, you've done these your entire life. They feel familiar. They may have worked once, but I want to ask you the question. They've worked once, but did you regain your weight back again off the back of that? Then if you look in hindsight, did that actually work? If you've lost the weight, but you then regain the back again, did that actually achieve the outcome that you want? Did you actually achieve results that last, or did you just achieve fat loss results, right? And that's what's important. It's so tempting to go back to know what works. It's the same as anything in life, right? You go back to what you know, go back to your comfort zone, but it's keeping you in a cycle. Slimming clubs built on shame and weigh-ins, right? Simple as that. Not sustainable, habit or real. There's no real education. Points for food, right? That is not the way it comes into it. A point system. Counting symbols instead of understanding like food actually keeps you dependent, right? It's simple as that. Food is food. Food just has different nutritional values. For example, Sins is a banana with skin on compared to without. Like when I say that out loud, really sit there and think about that, right? Food is food, and that's what I try and teach my clients is there's no point system. Food is just calories with different amounts of a nutritional value. That is all. Right? We shouldn't be demonized by food, and having a healthy relationship in food is exactly how you actually build sustainable results. Fad diets, extreme rules, right? Short-term perfect, but collapse as soon as life gets busy. As soon as your son, your daughter wants an ice cream, but you're on a keto diet and you can't have carbs, it gets ruined. You fall into that mindset instead of actually having something that lasts and is sustainable. Crash restrictions, severe cutting out, right? It tanks your metabolism, as I've said here, sets you up for an inevitable rebound in weight gain. It's another thing that a lot of people may not be aware of, but every single time you crash diet and every single time you are dieting, you are actually reducing your metabolism. The more your metabolism is reduced, the harder that it's going to be to maintain your results, and the harder you're making fat loss in the future. So this is why, going back to these things that have never worked before, and actually having a system that's going to make sure your metabolism stays controlled, but also you are not damaging your relationship with things, will massively help you in the long term as well. And if any of these are going to work to you, they would have worked by now, right? It's not a willpower problem, it's not a motivation problem, it's a system problem. And you don't know what to trust. This is probably one of the biggest reasons I have a lot of people come to me. A lot of my clients come to me originally and say, Mark, I've been following this on social media, I've been, taking info off social media, or I'll speak to someone and be like, yeah, I've seen this on social media, so I tried it. But then in hindsight, I hear what someone's trying, and I love that someone's trying it, but someone's eating really low calories that they don't need to be eating as well, causing themselves to crash the metabolism, really struggle to adhere to it because somebody else is doing it. You need a system that works with your right? And of course, the internet is, of course, I'm a coach myself, but it's full of influencers, coaches, experts, right? Algorithms trying to pull you left, right, and center. Influencers who've got in shape, who want to try and help you get in shape, right? Just by copying their method of what they've done. They're so different to you. Right, they've got a different life to you, they've got a different family life, they've got different routines. They may be able to train in the middle of the day, right? You need what works for you. So this is why it's really important to actually have the answers of what you need and something personalised in your direction to help you get clarity and build real momentum, right? The noise is out there, you're consuming different advice from people, right? From different biases all the time. Everyone has got a bias. Even for myself, as a coach, I've got biases, right? But straight away, it's about actually removing those biases because they work for me, and understanding they don't work for everybody else, right? Everyone has something that works with their life, right? And it's as simple as that. Instead of putting your bias onto other people, you need to actually have something that fits for yourself as well, right? Around your lifestyle, your goals, your body, etc. What works for you, won't work for somebody else, and what works for somebody else will not work for you, right? And the solution for this isn't one size fits all, right? It's the size that fits you and your lifestyle, and what you actually need is a strategy that's built around your schedule, guidance that fits your food preferences and what you enjoy, right? If you spend 6 weeks hating the foods that you enjoy, hating the foods that you're eating, when you come away from that diet plan, meal plan, etc., are you even going to be able to stick to that? Probably not. Accountability that's tailored to your mindset and previous habits and behaviours, understanding, actually feeling seen and feel heard, right? One just a voice, not hundreds of opinions. Simple as that. Clarity, direction, and vision. That is exactly what you actually need when it comes down to this. Reason number 5 is severe over-restriction. Probably the most common one that I see as well. You've been told your entire life that losing weight means cutting out food, right? You're cutting food down. What our goal is to eat less calories, not less food. And before you know it, you're suffering through hunger. Yes, hunger is a part of weight loss. It's a signal from our body that we are actually breaking down body fat. But you start to eat as little as possible. I've heard horror stories of people who are 100 plus kg eating 1,200 calories, male and female. I've heard males who are 130, 140 kilo eating 1,700 calories. That is a one-way ticket to severe over-restriction, but so many other things that can come alongside that, right? You need what works for your life. Yes, a calorie deficit is important, but you don't need to be severely over-restricting yourself because that just leads to burnout and causes you to rebound, right? And what you've been told is cut out foods, restrict everything, eat as little as possible. Certain foods are bad or got sins in, so therefore you're damaging your relationship with food. This approach creates fear and obsession, right? And it's unsustainable. The truth of this, all foods are equal, exactly what I said earlier, just different nutritional values, as simple as that. No food is inherently bad or good. Yes, some things will benefit your body better, but actually rewiring your relationship with food in time, I want you to ask yourself that question: would that have actually more of a chance of helping you sustain your results for the long term? When you stop feeding food and fighting it, that's exactly when real results actually become sustainable as well. And I want to ask you the question, like, does this resonate with yourself? If you've been nodding along, right, you're not alone within this. It can feel so easy when you are trying to drop body fat and you're frustrated and you feel like your body's broken and you're trying everything. You start to feel like this is just a you problem. This really isn't. This is something so many people experience. And going back to the very beginning, right, this is exactly what all my clients experience before they start to burn out, wondering what they're doing. Is it right? Is it wrong? That was the position that they've been in as well. And more importantly, there's a clear way forward, and I want to help you find it, right? It's as simple as that. I want to help you find it. So what I'm going to be doing, if you've watched up until this point, because this is a credit to you for watching up until this point within the video, I'm going to be opening 4 spots for this, right? I'm offering the first 4 people who watch this video a completely free fat loss game plan call, right? So there's going to be no pitch, no pressure. It's not a sale, right? This is just clarity and direction. I want to help you get direction on whether you're doing the right thing or whether you need to be doing something different, right? We'll cover it together. We'll sit down, identify what's been holding you back, your mindset, your habits, your history, and map out a real plan for yourself moving forward. And if you want to claim a spot for this, right, and take up one of those 4 spots for a free game plan call, all you need to do is simply DM me on Instagram, the rocket emoji, like the one that you'll be able to see on screen right now. Just simply send me that emoji and I'll know that you've watched this video to the very end as well, right? This is going to be a first come, first serve basis. Once those 4 spots are gone, they're going to be gone as well, obviously, because the call calendar is really busy and with client one-to-one calls as well. So the first 4 people that watch this, if this is you, take the chance as well, because you may be the first person that's watched to the end. You may be the second person. Take that chance as well, right? So DM me the rocket emoji and I'll say we'll sit down together, short 15 to 30 minute call, and actually identify and actually be able to understand where it's holding you back and what you can be doing moving forward, so you get clarity on what you need to be doing. The plan that works with your life, not against it, right? Most programs demand that you reshape your entire life, right? What I build is the complete opposite, and this is what sets coaching aside, right? A system that's designed around who you are, how you live, and what you actually enjoy and what you need, right? Understand it, build it, and build something that's sustainable, right? That's exactly how I help my clients with this, so they actually never feel controlled by food again, and they stop restarting every single week, right? We understand. I sit down together, understand you. We work together with this, right? We build out an actual system and a plan that's going to work with your life, not against your life, right? Not something that you've got to involve your entire life around, something that plug and plays into your life, around your life, family's life, kids' life, work routine, social routine, so we can build something that's sustainable for the future as well. So hopefully by watching this video, you've been able to find what the bottleneck is in your journey as well. And if you've watched this to the end as well and you are nodding along, you know what to do. DM me the rocket emoji on Instagram, and from there we'll sit down and go over a free game plan call so you can get some clarity, get some direction, and get some vision with what you need to be doing moving forward with your weight loss journey, so you can finally stop that stop-start again cycle and that all on offer mindsets that you've potentially been stuck in for such a long period of time. So with that being said, I appreciate you watching through to the very end as well. I'm looking forward to hearing from you as well. And of course, make sure to like and subscribe this video as well, so you can actually stay up to date with all the educational content that I post on this channel to do with fat loss as well. So I'm looking forward to it. And of course, hopefully this video has been helpful. See you on the next one.